What's good? It's your boy Damien back at it, aka Ross Mindset. Just out here, was just getting some fresh air and doing some shopping a bit. Really was trying to get a coat, so I'm not really suited. Even though it's Washington and it's getting close to winter time, I'm not really suited. And yeah, I need a thicker coat, so I was really out here. I was also gonna try to really look at some books. Because, I love to read. I love knowledge. Knowledge is the new gangster. So, yeah. Yeah, I was just out here. Just out and about. It's good to get outside. Especially on the weekend, Yeah, your boy's back at it. I wanted to talk about just how it's a particular time of the year for some people. The football season is here. I mean, it's been here, but, it's definitely going to affect some of us out here who don't really care for it, especially if you work in a predominantly male environment. And, if you work in a predominantly male environment, they're getting all hyped about it. And, sorry, there was people going by. I didn't want to be rude, but yeah, if you work in a predominantly male environment, and they're getting all hyped about it, and you don't even know what they're talking about. You can't relate to it, but you're not gonna be rude and be like, oh, it's stupid or nothing. Nah, don't do that. But you can feel left out. I mean, me personally, I never really care about being left out. I like being by myself, and I like to think a lot, and so I'm an introvert. But yeah, it can be a really lonely time and a really what's the right word? A really dramatic shift of emotions for a lot of people, especially if their team wins or loses or they're losing bets and stuff. Because people are really loyal to whatever team they're following, and in the case of Seattle, it's the Seahawks. But if it were for me, it'd be the Raiders. But they moved to Vegas. So, yeah, I don't really have a team. I mean, there's the 49ers, but to be a 49er fan up here is asking for it since I feel as if they're a bit of rivals with the Seahawks and stuff from what I know, from what I've heard. But yeah, man, don't let people try to make you feel less than, or make you feel like less than a man just because you're not in the football or the sports in general. Because I've never really been a sports guy, I've always been the guy who was into books and stuff, into music. I just was never the athlete type of guy. I wasn't even really into basketball either, because I'm not really that tall. I mean, I could have been good at track and stuff, track and field, and probably maybe wrestling, but I just never really tried out for it. I probably should have, but it is what it is though. But yeah, man, don't let people try to make you feel like less than a man or emasculate you for not being into sports, because, it just ain't for everybody. It just never was really my thing. I never really cared for it. It just seems boring to me. I even tried playing the games, and the games just feel boring. I mean, it's cool that it brings people together, and, people feel a sense of tribalism. They feel united. But I just don't really like how, people let people running across the field and tackling each other really affect their mood and decisions and stuff the following day or the following week. And, I really feel as if people should really be considerate of those who aren't really the same as them, or who aren't really into all that. But like I said, me personally, it didn't really affect me, but I know it affects people out there, so that's why I really wanted to really make this video. It can really be a really lonely and depressing time for people who really don't really feel like they fit into all that. But it's cool to really do your own thing, man. That's really one of the points I really try to get at, is just if it ain't for you, it ain't for you, man. You don't really have to force yourself or really give into the peer pressure and stuff like that. But at the same time, don't be arrogant about it, and don't think you're better than people just because you're not doing what everybody else is doing. Like, try to always be humble about doing your own thing. That's what I'm really trying to learn, because sometimes I really feel as if I have some kind of edge or some kind of upper hand, but I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm definitely have made a lot of mistakes in my life, and other people have too. So, but the season will be over eventually. The Super Bowl will be here. I don't even watch the Super Bowls. I don't even watch the halftime or nothing like that. It's just another day to me, man. I mean, I've been to like Super Bowl parties before, and it's cool that everybody's like gets all hyped up and in a good mood and there's food and stuff. But aside from that, man, in like holidays in general, like just the whole season, it's not even really just about football. It's like there's Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff, and being a transplant up here and not really having a family, there's really not really a reason for me to really even celebrate holidays. And this ain't really a holiday video, but yeah, it can just be a really interesting time to really look out and just see people, see people on social media, see people out and about, repping their teams and stuff. And it's just, just keep your head down and be humble, man. Don't even just let people do their thing. That's all I can really say. So, but yeah, that's all I really wanted to get across, man. Football season is here, and football season will soon not be here. Just let it come and go every single year. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I like how I've been getting these videos out consistently, man. I definitely try to get a variety of topics out there. Not really trying to blow up or nothing like that, man. I just like to really get my voice out there. Really like to express myself however way I can. I really like to be heard, but not, I don't like to draw attention to myself at the same time. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope y'all have a great day. Peace out, y'all.